everyone. Welcome to Montauk Avenue. And yeah, I hope you all are well. I know I'm up close a bit. I wish I could make this a little more distant. So peace. See, go sit down. Go sit down. Peace, everyone. Welcome to Montauk Avenue. And you may hear some healing frequency sounds in the background. And I hope you all are well. I had a very peaceful weekend, very relaxed. And I just put up a post on my website on Montauk Avenue. And it's sharing recipes from around the world, 20 recipes that I decided I wanted to share with you guys because I know that a lot of us may or may not be able to go to different places at this time. I know there are people that can and people that for whatever reason can't, depending on the circumstances and, with different people. But yeah, so I wanted to do a post with recipes from around the world, and I will definitely do more of those type of posts because there are so many recipes. And the young lady who did the post, her name is Princess Natasha, and she's from Nigeria, which I love. And I definitely hope you enjoy the recipes. And I decided that, I'm in New York and it's pretty late now, but I decided that I wanted to make one of the recipes, and I decided that I'm going to make the vegan Arroz Valenciana. Yeah, the vegan Arroz Valenciana. And so I decided I wanted to make that one. It looked really yummy. And I will probably make some of the other recipes this week as well. And I love the ingredients that's in it, but I will tweak them, of course. Even on my website at www.montaukav.com at Montauk Avenue. Let me just fix this a bit. Okay. So yeah, at Montauk Avenue, you definitely will be able to, see the recipes and decide what works for you, what recipes that you want to, what ingredients you want to tweak. So for example, in this recipe, they use like this particular type of rice, but for this recipe, I am going to use basmati rice because, and I understand that, we can use wild rice and, different types of, grains, quinoa, different grains that are more alkaline and more healthier for the body. But today we will use basmati rice because that's what I want to make. And it depends on where you're at with your wellness. The key is to be an advocate for awareness and to share information with people to help them on their wellness journey and their healing and journey. And you will cultivate the lifestyle for you that, or the life for yourself that coincides with what you want or need to do for your life at that time, or just in general. And you'll know what's best to do. You will. So yeah. And so I will probably, this live is going to be a while because, I'll probably have to end it and then save this and then come back on. Eventually I'll figure it out as far as what to do about the about how to make the video so it's just like one video. And yeah, so you guys are just gonna hang out with me while I make this recipe. And I definitely want to so I'm using basmati rice, ground basmati rice, And this recipe, it consists of ingredients such as vegetable broth, which you can definitely make on your own, of course, you know, and I have, well, I bought that powder. I have some turmeric, and I'm going to use turmeric and paprika, and I have some tomato sauce, and I have a green pepper, bell pepper, and a red bell pepper, and it consists of needing soy sauce, so I'm going to use this coconut liquid amino because I know it's really healthy, so I will use it. I'm not a fan of the way it tastes, but since this recipe has different flavors and stuff, I know that it will not dominate, so it's fine. And I'm using some vegan sausages, but you, of course, like I'll say on my website, you can decide what type of, you know, meat substitutes or just protein sources that you want to put into the dish. And coconut milk, and even some olives, and an onion, and you know, what else did it consist of? It consists of, oh yeah, like fish sauce and things like that, but that's optional. You do not have to use fish sauce. So yeah, so I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to rinse the rice, and yeah, let me see if I can bring you guys over here with me. Wow. Okay. And so I hope you all are doing well. You know, there are a lot of, oh yeah, and it consists of scallions too. And yeah. Oh, hold on one second, I'll be right back. Shirt. Yeah, what is it? What is this? Oh, it's no particular, it's some type of design. And yeah, so I'm going to rinse. I think I'm going to use let's see, I'm going to use I'm going to use 2 cups of basmati brown rice. I'm just getting my measuring cup. There we go. Let's see. I'm gonna do like that for now, I guess. So I hope you guys are well. I know for me, I'm really looking forward to the new year. You know, I definitely have something interesting to share for the new year, but you know, when the new year comes, you guys will know about, know about it. I don't like to really talk too much about things, and I'm really excited about it. And I think for me, for this year, if I were to talk about anything in particular, okay, we're gonna have to. Sadie, every time I'm on the phone, Sadie plays with, she starts playing on her toy. And I think for me, this year has been a year of, I would say that I had a lot of, no, I'm not talking to you, Sadie. Sadie, go sit down. I'm not talking to you. Oh my God. I would say this year, I had a lot of peace, but there were some concerns at times. But that's the life of being a mother and being in New York and and just being a human, right? Because we can't avoid those things. We can't avoid those things, right? And yeah. And so I'm just rinsing the rice. And I would say this year brought me a lot of time to be able to, reflect as much as possible on just how far I've come with my growth. This year I've grown a lot, and that's always great because we always should be growing and learning, so that's always a blessing. And let's just yep. So now I am just cleansing the rice, cleansing it. I was actually going to come on here, Empress Ebony Eyes was going to come on here, but I decided to just let Millionaire come out. What else can I'm really looking forward to the new year. I really, really am. I'm looking forward to it, most definitely. I think that the new year, just like any year, is going to have moments where you're going to have to buckle up for the ride, okay? And then there's going to be moments where you're going to have to just be focused, and I think there's gonna be a lot of moments where you're gonna be able to have joyful time. Yeah. But I believe that you create that for yourself. It's what you want to make your reality. That's going to be up to you, All right. So now I am going to, one moment. Okay, so now I'm going to add, let me bring you guys back over here. Okay. So now, okay. Okay, can you guys see me with the, I don't even, this is so funny, oh my god. I guess you guys can see me. Alright, so now I'm going to take the rice and I'm going to put it in the pot. I don't know if you can see me doing that. I hope you can. And this is 2 cups. And again, this is the recipe called Vegan Arroz Valenciana. And this is a recipe, oh yeah, that's what I meant to tell you guys. This is a recipe that is from, it's a Philippine recipe, a Philippine inspired recipe. And it's from the Philippines. And now I'm going to take some of the vegetable broth. I definitely recommend for people to make their own vegetable broth so that we can cut down on purchasing things inside of containers, you know, as much as possible. But I do try to at least get companies that, contribute to, to different organizations that are doing good things in the world as much as possible. So, always be mindful of that. And so I'm going to take, let's see, hold on. So I'm going to take all of this and pour it in. Cups of vegetable broth. 4 cups of vegetable broth. And I'm going to take some coconut milk. And I'm going to probably put all of it, I guess. This is like 13 ounces. But it does recommend a recipe for like 16 ounces, but we don't really need that much. So I'm gonna put it on there. And then I'm going to put a bit of salt. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let me finish up. And then I'm going to stir it up. Stir it up. Just like this. Just like this. And now I'm going to put top over it. And there we go. Okay, so let me put this rice away. And so now I'm going to start cutting up things. Maybe we should change the music a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm going to start cutting. Let me rinse it off. So I'm going to come across you guys with this to rinse this stuff off. So now I'm going to start cutting up the peppers and the onion and the sausage. And yeah. So yeah, on the website there's so many interesting recipes on there. There's this particular one. There's this particular recipe. This I think it's a Nigerian recipe. It's definitely an African recipe, and I want to make it so bad. So I really want to make it so bad. I can't wait. It just seems like it was going to taste so good. And let me get the knife. And so now I'm just going to cut up this one first. I'm gonna cut up the red pepper, the red bell pepper. I love peppers. I know some people can't eat them, but I love them. They have a lot of water content. I love them. They're so healthy and they're so good for you. And those recipes. What's theirs? Yeah, I think it's 1 or 2 African recipes on there. Recipes, I think recipes from Asia. I can't wait to try the Asian recipes too. And let's see. So I'm just cutting it up, and then I'm going to put in the bowl. What you doing, Sadie? Sadie is just looking around like, I don't smell something I'm familiar with. Alright, so now I'm cutting the green bell pepper. Oh my god, I wish I could put on a doggone filter, but oh my goodness, it's just so... There we go. So, let's see. What are some of the things that I'm looking forward to doing for the new year? I'm definitely looking forward to traveling more, and I'm looking forward to having I want to definitely travel to certain places, and tour. There's certain places that I want to explore, to share with you guys, and you know, and yeah, have experiences, because I want to have certain experiences to share on my website and meet certain people when I travel. That would be so fun, most definitely. Next time what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live on YouTube. I think that would probably be even more fun, to go live on YouTube and schedule that so that you guys know when I will. I think that would be even more, because I've seen people do that. I think that's even more fun. I wasn't thinking. But I'll work my way to that. So I'm almost done with cutting the green pepper. Yeah, I definitely want to travel more for the new year. And yeah. And there's just so many places that I want to go to. I want to go to Sri Lanka really bad. I definitely want to go to Africa. There's just so many places. I can't see myself just going to one particular place and being there for a while. Like, I think people should travel all over, and you know, and just I look forward to that. And I would love to do it with some friends, or you know, new acquaintances. I would love to travel with some people. Okay, what can I put? Okay, I'll put it in this one. So I'm almost done with that. And now I am cutting a little bit more. Let me check on my son. He was just in a little funky mood. Hold on. To sleep, and I guess he'll just wake up. What else? Yeah, for the new year, I definitely want to do some sewing, making some particular pieces. I'm gonna do some sewing. There's some interesting things I will be doing. You know, whatever you put into your mind, or whatever comes to your mind, it can manifest if you allow it. And oh my goodness, I can use this piece too. Okay. And so now I have to cut the onion. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna use half of this. This is really big. Those soulful sounds in the background. just gonna cut the onion. And then just cut in the onion. And then it's going to be time to cook this. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for the new year. I'm definitely gonna be making a lot of raw dishes because I really do love eating raw. I would have never thought 20 years ago that I would be saying that, because more than 20 years ago when I was eating raw food, it was like my palate was like, oh my goodness, this is weird. But that was because my tongue was, it was probably very dead and just it wasn't as alive as it was, supposed to be. But I definitely look forward to making a lot of raw stuff because I want people to get more accustomed to seeing how beneficial it is to have that, And I know a lot of people know that, but we know that from like salads. But we need to understand how important it is to allow our bodies, not just what we think and what, but allow our bodies to get accustomed to that, because it's a beautiful thing, it really is. You're meant to live and you're meant to be alive, but you have to give it living things, And so, hold on one second. All right, so now I'm going to turn on the heat to the pan. And I'm just going to take some grapeseed oil and I'm going to put in the pan. And then I'm going to throw these onions in here. Once that warms up a bit, let me see something. Be right back. So now I have the garlic. Take some cloves. Take about 3 cloves. And follow that to up close. And let's see. Okay. So now I'm going to take these cloves. I'm just about to cut up the garlic cloves. You want a green pepper? A bad pepper? And some now I'm cutting up the garlic. Alright, and now I'm turning down the heat on the rice so it can simmer, because it was just boiling. throw this stuff into the pan. Sadie, what are you doing, Sadie? She's looking. Hey, it's my homegirl. Sadie is my homegirl. What you want? You want a treat, Sadie? Here goes Sadie. I can't see Sadie. Sadie, I can't put the camera. You're gonna run if I put the camera in. What you want, a treat? Oh, Sadie, you want a treat? I'm gonna give Sadie a treat. See? Alright, here, Sadie. Here. Alright. I have to keep things in order, keep things organized. Alright, so I'm about to put this in the pan. So I'm going to take the onions and the garlic and put it in the pan. And I know you can hear that. No, Sadie. Sadie, do you eat onion? No. Sadie, go sit down. Go sit down. And go sit down. Go sit down, Sadie. Go sit down. Alright, I'm trying to get you guys to see me better. Go sit down, Sadie. Alright, so I was like, where's the cloth at? Okay. And now, what can we do now? I'll be right back. Sadie, put it down. So now, let's see. So now I will just cut up the sausages because I have the time to. While the onion and garlic is sauteing. May be able to stay on live until the dish is done, maybe. I think it might get done in a soon amount of time. In a good amount. I said a soon amount of time. In a good amount of time. So, I need some water. Some water. Sadie. Sadie, what you want? Sadie. So I'm moving the onions and the garlic around. I'm waiting till it's a bit translucent. It's almost there. So that would be about maybe like 5 to 8 minutes, I guess. And what we're basically doing while the rice that you would use is preparing, you're making now the sauce, the tomato sauce with the peppers and the onion and garlic and the sausage, and the liquid the soy sauce substitute, with all the flavor is and everything. That's what you're making now for the vegan Arroz Valenciana. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put this video up on my website so you guys can see, so you can have inspiration for one of the dishes. Okay, so I'm going to continue to cut up the sausages, and again, like, if I was accessible, because I just went right to a local store near me, but I think, I mean, there's so many choices. I would have probably picked a different vegan sausage. But I know my body, I know where my health is at, I know what's going on with me, so I know what I can handle, what I can do. So that's how you have to look at your wellness, you know? And you'll learn that in time, you'll understand that if you don't already know that. Because I'm an advocate for awareness, not do as I do, because the reality is everybody is not meant to do the same thing. And definitely not at the same time, so that's just common sense, you know? Because even though we're all human, we all have different things going on with our body. So, and then if you're on, depending on where you're at with your healing or wellness journey in life that you've decided to take on, you know, that plays a part too, you know, on what is best for you in that moment in time. But, you know, that's your responsibility to take the time to, you know, cultivate that knowing about yourself, you know, to get to that point where you know what's best for you, or you're learning what's best for you. Well, you know, well, we're always learning, you know, so. So everything's cut up. Okay. All right, one moment. Baby, you have water, baby. Baby, you have your water? So I'm definitely, I had to get my measuring thing. I'm going to definitely be using like about 2/3 of tomato sauce. I'm going to be using some olives. I love olives. My son actually loves olives as well. And, alright, so now I'm going to add the vegan sausage to the dish. And I'm just going to stir it around and definitely stir it around and let that cook for like, I don't know, like 8 to 10 minutes, or depending on what you use, you know, you'll know what to do. Remember, when you're cooking, you have to have fun with it and be very chillaxed and just, you know, just be like, this is love. I'm creating love to go into myself and, you know, Even though I'm like really hungry and my stomach is like growling right now. I'm just like so hungry. Sadie, you want some water? One moment. Sadie. I'm just going to let that just let's see. Sadie. Normally, hey, why are you jumping? You don't have to jump. What's wrong? Normally, I have like dates in the fridge that I like to eat as a snack. But right now, I have some currants. So that's what we're doing right here. Sadie, you want some? Get. And yep, get Sadie. Sadie. And now, so now we're just letting that happen, and then I'm going to add all the other ingredients. I'm going to add the turmeric, paprika. Oh, let me get the paprika. Paprika. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to add the tomato sauce and the peppers and the paprika. Sadie, no. Go sit down, Sadie. Sadie, go sit down. Go sit down, Sadie. Go sit down. Go sit down. No, Sadie. Go sit down. Sadie, no. No. Go sit down. Alright, so we are letting that cook. Sadie, no. Go sit down. Sadie, no. She takes me more serious when I make my voice deep, like, Sadie, no, Sadie. And I love it because it makes me feel very powerful. And, yeah. So now, Sadie. What? Are you stretching on me? Oh. Let's see if we can let people see you. Sadie, oh, you don't like the camera? Okay, well, you gotta go sit down then. Okay, I'll give you one more treat. Come here. Come here, Sadie. One more, and that's it. Then you gotta go. Go sit down. Go sit down. Now I'm just checking in on the sausages and letting it cook. I like to hear the sizzle sound. That makes me know something's happening. The sizzle sound is good. So, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Okay, one moment. Sadie. I'm going to start cutting up the olives a bit. Sadie, go sit down. No more. No more, Sadie. Go sit down. Go sit down, Sadie. No more. Sadie, go sit down. No more. And I'm going to start cutting up the olives. I'm going to use about 1/4 cup of olives, because that's what the recipe says. Sadie is over here. No, Sadie. I don't have, no, Sadie, no. No, Sadie. Okay. Olives are so bomb. I love olives. Oh, I didn't think I was supposed to cut out this little. What am I doing? That's the fun part about cooking. You just flip it. And flip it. As long as it's edible, it's a good look. Sadie, no. Get. Sadie, no. And let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling the way the energy is going with the sausages. No, you just have to leave your food and then check in on it and leave it and check in on it. I don't really mess with my rice. I don't really like to mess with it. Let's see. Okay. I'm just going to eat an olive. Because that's my business, like Tabitha Brown would say. That's my business, okay? Sadie, go sit down. Go sit down. No, go sit down. Okay. No, go sit down. No, I don't have anything, Sadie. Go sit down. No, go sit down. Go sit down. Well, that's up to you, Sadie. Okay, you still hungry? You eating your food, Sadie? Good girl. Good girl. Sadie. Good girl. Okay, so now. What's wrong, Sadie? Eat your food. Eat your food. Okay, so let me open up this tomato sauce. And so yeah, so now we're just making this yummy, flavorful, and then at the end is when I put the rice into the dish. And even though I'm using brown basmati rice, the turmeric, of course, that I'm using is going to give it that yellow color that you will see on the website when you go to www.montaukave.com for the vegan Arroz Valenciana. You will see Valenciana, and you will see that, you know, the rice is yellow, and well, you know, the color is yellow because, you know, the turmeric, you know, and yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what this makes it taste like. I don't know how much of it actually. I'm not gonna. Less is more when you're trying something new. Always remember that. Less is more. Less is always more when you're trying something new. Yeah. Sadie. Sadie, go. You want your food? You want some more food? Okay. Sadie, eat your food. the different ingredients. One moment.
No, eat your food, please.
Okay. So now I'm going to add in, let's see, first I'm going to add in the peppers. Well, I already poured in the green peppers, and you have the red pepper. Red pepper. And the olive. The olive. And now, let's see. Alright, so now I'm going to use a heaping teaspoon of the turmeric. I love turmeric. Of the turmeric. Let's see, what is that? I'm going to take some turmeric. Yum. Okay, and then I'm going to take the, now, the paprika. I will not use so much of that. I will use a quarter teaspoon of the paprika. And I'm just stirring it up a little bit. And now I'm going to add some of the, I'm going to add 2/3 of tomato sauce. Okay. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of this coconut sauce. Sadie, no. Go sit down. Go sit down, Sadie. Go sit down. Sadie, go sit down. It's okay, Sadie. Go sit down. And Sadie, go sit down. What you want? No, go eat your food. No, this is not food, Sadie. Okay, so now I'm going to take a 1/4 of the Yep. You know, it has that sweet taste to it. But I love it. It's good. I like it a lot. I had it a few times before, but I love it. Okay. And now a little bit. I'm just taking some water. Just putting some water in there. And at this stage is when you can play with the way you want it to taste. Of course, you know, like if you want to not put certain things or add more things, you know. You have to decide that. I'm just going to let this cook a bit. Alright, so now I'm just going to let this cook a bit. So I guess this is the part where I'm going to have to come back to you guys. But when I edit this for my website, I'm definitely going to, oh peace. I'm making vegan Arroz Valenciana, and it's on my website. A woman from the Philippines, she made a dish, or she makes Philippine inspired dishes, so I decided to make it. Yeah, and you can see other recipes on my website for it. And so I am going to, and then I will be garnishing the dish with scallions. So once it's done, I will, yeah, it was really fun putting this together with you guys. So what I think I'll do is I will end the video here. And yeah, it was really fun making the dish with you guys. And you know, right now the rice is just cooking still, and the now the, you know, the peppers need to simmer a bit and they can soften, and the flavors could seep into the meat substitutes, and all the flavors can just simmer together. So yeah, so this is really fun, and I'm really proud of myself because I didn't use a filter. But I'm going to be doing this more. I need to do this like every week, definitely. And I will definitely put this video on the website in the post as well. And yeah, so and I will edit this, and then once the dish is done, then I will edit the image of the dish with the video. And Sadie is just like, I can't even put her on the camera because when the camera's pointed towards her, she shies away. Sadie, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. No. 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 Sadie, go sit down. If I wasn't on this a phone. She would not pay me. Well, I mean, she's not gonna say she won't pay me no mind, but because I'm on the phone, that she's doing it. It's hilarious. Sadie, no, no. So I will see you guys later. And I will, instead of taking a picture, what I'll do is I'll just come live again to make it easier for myself and just show like me, you know, the final dish, you know, on a plate, and then I will edit the video to put it together. But so it can go on the website. So when you go to the post, you will be able to see me making the dish. Yeah. And this was fun, and I will be back.